Hello and welcome. My name is Kate Marand. I'm the Program Manager for the Innovation and Equitable Development Division at the Department of Small and Local Business Development here in Washington, D.C. Every Wednesday, our team is at the MLK Library in downtown Chinatown, D.C. for anyone to drop in for technical assistance for your business. And every Wednesday at noon, we do a lunch and learn. And today we are incredibly excited to introduce our partners at the DC Sustainable Energy Utility, who are here to talk about some amazing training programs that are available for free for DC residents and for those who are working with certified business enterprises, truly local businesses here in the district. I'm going to turn things over to Mark Bryan from DCSEU, who's going to walk you through these slides and through this information, and I'll be in the chat helping out. So if you have any questions, definitely drop them in chat, and we'll make sure that we get through all of those. Mark, why don't you take it away?
All right. Well, thank you, Kate. Appreciate you inviting me to be here today for the Lunch and Learn. Thanks to everybody for taking time out of your lunch, out of your busy day to come and join us about some opportunities that we have for CBEs. My name is Mark Bryan. I am the Community Impact Manager at DCSEU. We also have Yolanda Hayden on our team. She's the training coordinator. So some of you sign up and get involved in the classes. You'll be interacting probably with the both of us throughout the process. I'm going to take a little bit of time to tell you all about the DCSEU for those who don't know about the organization, then tell you a little bit about the program and why it's here, how you can benefit from it, what it is, what courses are available, and how do you register for the program. So let's get started. For those of you who don't know about the DCSEU, the District Sustainable Energy Utility was launched by the district government in 2011 as part of the Clean Energy, the Green Building Act in 2011, and so it's set up basically to provide financial assistance, money, rebates, incentives, and technical assistance to building owners, district residents, businesses, individuals to help them save money on their energy bills. We've evolved quite a bit since 2011 when we started. The DCSEU itself is run on a contract, and the organization that we work for that has the contract is VEIC. We are on our third 5-year contract, and the work that we've been doing has grown phenomenally over the past 3 contracts. So some of our goals have evolved as well. We've delivered, millions of dollars worth of savings in terms of energy and kilowatt hours. Those are our previous goals. But that's shifted and grown as the city's goals have changed with the Clean Energy Omnibus Act, as well as the city's intention to put more money, time, energy into developing local green jobs, providing opportunities for district businesses, CBEs in particular, district residents, to really take advantage of those of this huge business opportunity that's developing in the district. So while we do focus on energy savings and now greenhouse gas savings, GHG is one of our primary metrics. Building green jobs, creating new green jobs, bolstering economic development, and directly and indirectly increasing low-income spending is a huge priority for us as an organization, as well as for the district. So a lot of the funds that we receive, or almost all the funds that we receive, are from the district, mostly through a tariff on everybody's Pepco bill. That funds the work that we do, and we do our best to reinvest all of that back into the city as much as we can, to provide those rebates, to provide training, to provide energy efficiency, as well as renewables, so solar, deep energy retrofits. So if you're not previously involved, why get involved now? Or if you're starting in the space, or if you're already in the building space, why engage with the Train Green program? What is it, and how can you take advantage of it? The law itself originally came out, this program itself originally came out of the Clean Energy Omnibus Act of 2018. It created a number of different programs and policies, including the Building Energy Performance Standard and changes to the DC's Benchmarking Act. So all of those involve new levels of activity and compliance on the part of building owners, and demanded a new set of skills on the part of contractors contractors and those that support building owners in order to actually provide those skills, have them available for folks to be able to take advantage of and comply. Um, the district council had the foresight in order to include money for training for district contractors to ensure that local businesses, specifically targeting CBEs and CBE eligible firms, have access to these markets, and we're providing the training so that they can participate. The program is in its third year. We started the third year of the program this January. It's the first year of a 5-year contract. So this program is fully funded for the next 4 years past this year, and it's going to continue to grow. So let me give you a sense of how we grew, in fact, from 2020, and some of our impact from 2021 is even greater. We interacted with over 125 CBE or DC-based firms through the Train Green program. 67 out of the total 217 total registrants we had were DC registrants, though I suspect that will continue to grow. And out of more than half of those 217 were with a CBE or CBE eligible organization. So we've already moved through a few hundred people through the program, and we continue to expect that this is going to grow. We had 19 courses, 20 different sessions last year. We're looking at more like 25 different courses for this year. So our impact continues to grow. What are some of the benefits directly? What are some of the use cases for your program that might appeal to you specifically? First and foremost, it is developed for CBEs, and they have the first tier of eligibility. And it's really a way to grow their staff capacity at no cost to help meet the demand and serve the increasing needs of building owners that need things like energy audits. Building owners themselves can actually train their staff to deliver internal capacity, help it to comply with these issues, as well as incorporate efficiency into normal maintenance routines. I help manage a large multifamily building in the district, and from personal experience, there's plenty of opportunity to train our building staff with these new sets of skills to build upon their existing building maintenance skills and incorporate efficiency into the normal daily routines. I did say district residents, so it's not just businesses. You actually apply as an individual, although you reference your CBE or CBE eligible organization as part of your eligibility check. Individuals themselves can learn up and join even at the beginning of their career or the middle of their career to help grow their careers and really access those high-paying jobs that we know that are coming out of the energy efficiency and renewable energy sector. I'll talk a little bit more about the newer courses and pathways, but we want to really make sure that district residents that can start off from the beginning and get a foothold into the career, into this industry. So I'm going to start getting a little bit into the details of the program. We'll talk about the eligibility. We'll talk about some of the coursework that's coming up soon, actually right now, for folks to access. We do have an eligibility because this program is designed to serve CBEs. CBEs and CBE eligible firms are, of course, the tier 1 of eligibility. I did say district residents themselves are eligible just by being in the district, and that's tier 2. We also have non-residents, folks from Maryland and Virginia that live outside the district but are working for CBEs and CBE eligible firms. Those folks also come under tier 2 rather. Tier 3, finally, we have non-residents and businesses in the greater DMV metro area. We recognize that there are a lot of businesses that are supporting district building owners. So we do make these courses eligible to folks in the district as long as they fill out the form and qualify. Of course, it's first come, first serve, and those who are higher in the eligibility tiers will get those seats first. But I can tell you, we often have seats available where we do have folks from Maryland and Virginia participate. So even though you may not be in the district, I still encourage folks to sign up if there is any interest, particularly if you're in one of the audiences here on the right. So we have contractors, of course, primarily those working in there, building owners, but also lots of the other different trades within the building industry, electricians, plumbers, lightings, HVAC technicians that may have a core set of skills, but really want to be able to branch out or offer additional skills like energy auditing or benchmarking. I mentioned that we're in the third year. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what the program is looking like now. Um, we have added a lot of different structure and curated pathways to the program to really help folks decide what courses to take, decide what kind of career pathway that they might want to start and begin training down, and to ensure that we've got all the right information that we can let people into courses that they are qualified to attend, as some of these courses have prerequisites. We'll walk through the new registration process in detail for folks. I think I saw a question in the chat pop up about that. So we will talk in detail about what the registration process is looking like. So based on our experience from the past few years, we've got a lot of interest from people outside the industry and within the industry wanting to join. So we've developed different pathways so folks can see what level of knowledge and difficulty a course is. We recommend that people who have never, been part of the industry, don't have any experience or education, really start with some introductory courses. I'll talk to you about the introductory courses that we have coming up very soon, in just a little bit. But we really want folks to get that solid foundation of general knowledge, because we know people jump straight into things like lead Green Associate with no background. It can be challenging. Basic intermediate courses, these are ones that require some level of knowledge or experience, but not entirely, not always. Some of them do, some of them don't. Um, we work on the back end to make sure, based on the feedback that we get, that people are able to meet these criteria. So it's important that folks fill out those forms correctly. This is where the prerequisites start. For a lead Green Associate, there is no prerequisite, but if you're getting into some of the more advanced degree certifications or credentials, like the lead AP, then you have to have the lead GA. So we're making sure that people are working their way up the ladder and have the prerequisites before that they are allowed to take a course. We've also got curated pathways. These are based primarily on the needs that we see within the district, as well as the needs that are being developed, dictated by the Building Energy Performance Standard and the evolving benchmarking laws. So we've got a lot more information on the website. In brief, energy efficiency is really the biggest bulk of the courses that we have. As an energy efficiency utility, this would be perfect, makes perfect sense. But it's also the area that probably has the most overlap with all of the other pathways that often include energy efficiency as part and parcel of their programming. A lot of the district regulations compliance will come out of this. So benchmarking and energy auditing skills generally be learned through this pathway, and we have options for both commercial and residential properties. Sustainability and health. This is an area that focuses on the broader spectrum of issues within the building. So not just energy, water, waste, transportation, indoor air quality, things like that, and sometimes including human health and well-being. So we've put certifications and credentials like Lead GA, Lead AP here, as well and Fitwell. We offered some Fitwell prep classes last year and hope to continue to offer health and wellness related courses, because we know that has been a huge topic for everybody since the pandemic, but even more so top of mind for commercial real estate as the pandemic ends and building owners are trying to get people to return to their buildings, get back into the office. Building operations and HVAC are some of the more hands-on coursework that we have. Building operations really focuses on property management. Of course, some of it will touch on energy efficiency, but other parts of that will include green property management and crew management later on as we get those courses rolling. HVAC is a huge need in the district, particularly as we move toward electrification in the district, and installing new and more efficient HVAC systems, particularly heat pumps, is going to be in very high demand over the next 5 or 10 years as buildings upgrade and seek to comply with the building energy performance standard. Many more of these courses do have live and hands-on components. And I should say, as I should have mentioned earlier, most of our coursework this year is in virtual space during the pandemic. We hope to move to physical or hybrid events, at least in the future, as the pandemic allows. However, courses like HVAC require hands-on training, and nobody wants an HVAC technician with only test and book knowledge to come in and work on their system. So we will be providing access to instructors that have, hopefully, laboratories and test equipment so folks can get hands-on experience learning there before going out into the field. Finally, renewables and solar energy is a big part of the city's push toward clean energy, 100% renewable energy by 2032, I believe, is the goal. All buildings are going to have a certain percentage, an increasing percentage of renewable energy, particularly larger buildings as the years go on. So the city is very focused on putting as many rooftop solar installations in as possible. So we are offering solar coursework, introductory coursework, and actually this year we're offering a solar certification that includes a package of 2 courses. We do hope to add other parts of renewables in the future, be it geothermal or small scale wind, but solar is going to be the big focus for now. And we may add additional courses around EV charging, hopefully there in the future as well. So we've talked about the generalities. Let me give you all specifics of the courses that we have confirmed currently for 2022. Quite a number of these are actually up right now on the web. They got posted the past week or so and are ready for registration. We have a number of the BPI, Building Performance Institute certifications here, as these are also certifications that enable contractors to perform DC's third-party benchmarking verification. So if you have the BPI certification, if you have the Certified Energy Manager, if you're a PE, then you are already qualified to do this work, and that's effectively a new potentially fixed revenue stream for the foreseeable future, as every building, eventually over 10,000 square feet is going to have to benchmark, and they're going to need third-party verification. Building operator certification, this is also a really popular one. We've got a lot of interest on this already. It's a very intensive course, probably about 40 hours long over a number of months, and it is live virtual instruction. This is really focused for folks that have some experience in building maintenance and operations. A lot of the folks that are maintenance technicians or engineers or junior engineers would be able to really, benefit by adding a range of energy efficiency skills to their existing building operations skills. And so I think we're going to have about 10 spots for this course, and that's up now and available. I also mentioned the Certified Energy Manager from AEE, again, another intensive course, but it is extremely highly sought after, and that one is also live too. It does require added level of participation. So courses like BOC and the CEM, may exclude someone from taking other courses just because of how much time and intensity that we know that it takes. Let me point out a few of the introductory courses. We have fundamentals of energy efficient building operations. That's more of a basic course, but Green Building 101, Green Building 101 in Spanish coming, as well as the introductory courses are really the great starting point for those who are looking to learn more and get started in the industry. So we've talked about the what. Now we'll start getting into the how you all can actually register for the program, what the steps are, and what you need to keep in mind. This is the first year that we've actually instituted a registration process. This is going to help us track students' eligibility as well as their progress through the various pathways. So this link is live. We could pop it into the chat as well for easy access. Thank you, sir. And what folks are really going to want to do is, whoop, that's the wrong button. Review the forms, head to the page, look at the instructions, determine your eligibility. If you're in the DMV, you're probably eligible as part of the third tier. I can already tell you we've had folks from California, Chicago, and New York try and sign up this year already. So we do hope that folks are only signing up if they are eligible. Next, we really ask that you provide accurate information, and we really do ask what your level of experience is and any credentials that you may have already. That's going to help us determine, what your eligibility is down the road. We take a look at that information, and if you are eligible, we send you a code. It is an annual code. It will be a new code from year to year, but this is the code. Aside from your name and email, this code is the only thing that you need to register. All of your information is in the system, and if you have the code, then chances are you are clear to register. So once you've got that code, head to the web page, take a look at the courses that we have. You can actually sort them by pathway and difficulty level. Take a look at the courses, determine if it's what you're looking for, determine if you meet the prerequisites. It's relatively clear and spelled out, but if you have any questions, you can always ask us. And then take a look at the time commitment, because some sessions are a couple hours, some sessions are 40 hours over 2 or 3 months. We have the courses are live. There's another set of courses that still have yet to be posted. We will keep folks apprised via the newsletter, our Trade Ally newsletter. If you're not on that yet, we can also get you signed up for that. Most of the information for this program goes out through that newsletter. So it is a great place to get heads up on courses that are recently launching for registration. You sign in, put your code in, we will double check that. We will check your prerequisites. And if you meet those prerequisites, then we go ahead and approve your registration. Once that is approved, then you're going to get a link to the Zoom. Everything is on via Zoom. All you have to do is show up and attend the course. And we do track attendance. We provide either a certificate of completion or the credential that is delivered by that specific program for everybody that completes the course this year. So everybody that participates in something will walk away with something if the attendance records show that they attended, most or all of the sessions. So we've got that. There's the link to register. There's the short form link. It's already in the chat window. Here's the link if you all wanted to sign up for our contractor updates. That's the Trade Ally newsletter. And we have our program email address here. If you have any questions or comments, you can always just shoot a question off anytime along the process, and we will be able to help you out. So thank you all. These are all the folks that are part of our program, including Krista McDonald, the Director for Account Management and Workforce Development, Yolanda Hayden, our training coordinator, and myself. So at some point in time, you may see any one of us out there and about talking about this program. Feel free to engage us on it.
Mark, thank you so much for a wonderful presentation. We already have a couple questions in the chat, which I'm going to read off for you. If there are other folks who have questions, definitely feel free to be dropping them in the chat. And once we get through those, we'll also come to our call-in user to make sure that you can unmute and ask questions. But the very first one, let me get back to that, is someone has taken a course before, but they need a refresher. Can they register again and have the class recordings for that refresher?
So we don't record any of the sessions, with the exception of a couple of the webinars, because these are cost per head. That's not the way it's set up. So we don't have any recordings to share, unfortunately. For those of you who may have taken a course in the past and would like to take one again, we encourage folks to register. Priority will be given to those who have not attended yet, as well as those who qualify for the tiers. But if there is space, then we're happy to let you join again.
Mark, thank you for that. Another question: will certificates of completion be offered to participants who previously attended the course?
Unfortunately not. We didn't have that as part of the program, as part of our contract requirements for last year. We included it this year. So moving forward, everyone who attends a course will get either that certificate or a credential.
Thank you for that. I have sent a request to our call-in user to unmute. If our call-in user has a question, please feel free to unmute and ask it. And if you have additional questions, also please feel free to drop it in the chat. I'll go ahead and read that one that's in there right now. How long does it take to get the registration code after completing the application?
That's a great question. So usually just a couple of days. We had some processing delays earlier on in the process, but we're in a really good shape now. So it should come pretty quickly. If for some reason, you don't qualify, we'll let you know. If there's somebody who's registering from out of state, way out of state, then we may not let you know because it should be pretty obvious, but usually within 24 to 48 hours.
Wonderful. Doesn't look like our call-in user is going to unmute, which is perfectly fine. I do want to check and make sure we have a few more minutes for questions. If there are any other questions, if you're having troubles with the chat, definitely feel free to unmute and ask your question. And I think as we wait to see if there are any more that come in, Mark, I'll just ask if you could say a brief couple of things. Train Green is this amazing program, and some of the things that it does helping people get into green jobs are amazing. And then also really thinking about green procurement. Would you be able to share just one or two quick thoughts about what this all means for green procurement here in the district?
Yes. So for hopefully for those of you who are part of the CBE program, we have preferences amongst the district government, but we also have preferences for DCSEU contracting opportunities. So we have some of our own live open calls for qualified contractors to participate. CBEs do get preference for that. We also have, I mentioned earlier, we have requirements for energy benchmarking and energy auditing. The DCSEU, in conjunction with DOEE and a number of other partners, has been running a program called the Affordable Housing Retrofit Accelerator. And through that program, we've actually been doing direct energy audits with affordable housing buildings in the district. And we have an open RFQ for that call. I suspect that that's going to be open continuously for the next few years because we are always in need of services, particularly around energy auditing. So that's particularly ASHRAE level 2 energy auditing. And so some of the courses like BPI, CEM, and some other future courses will really enable your business and your staff to deliver those services, not just on a contract for DCSEU, but to many other building owners that are going to need it. I'd say the energy auditing part is really a big function of it. A number of other buildings, of course, particularly new construction, but a lot of existing buildings go for LEED certification. So LEED for new construction it's not a prerequisite. It's not required for commercial construction in the district, but it is the general preference for most building owners to build to LEED. So if you have a LEED GA and then the LEED B, D, and C, those skills will always be in demand. The city itself builds LEED green buildings. And so these are skills that the district itself is looking for in terms of when they go out for contract as well.
Mark, thank you for sharing all of that. We do have one last question that came in, and then we'll wrap up. And I think if you could just clarify once again, you might need to go back on the slides to which course offered the benchmarking requirement.
Great question. Okay, so there's a list of certifications that qualify for third-party benchmarking. We have the BPI multifamily analyst is one of them. Certified energy manager is another of those. there's two, the PE and the AIA. Those are not provided by us, and we can't really offer those. Those are basically long-term credentials that are awarded after a period of experience. There is another one from ASHRAE, the Building Energy Auditing Professional. We don't currently have that as part of the course load, but we hope to offer that in the future. So I can try and find that link, or we can follow up with that link, but DOEE has a very specific list that enables people to do that work.
Mark, thank you so much. And as I mentioned, I'm going to wrap us up. But once again, this is Kate Marand from the Department of Small and Local Business Development. We really appreciate our partners, Mark and many of the others at the DC Sustainable Energy Utility. They have been doing wonderful work here in the district for many years. These training opportunities are invaluable. And so we hope that DC residents and CBEs do take a look at these training opportunities. And then we also want to share that if you are a CBE or a small business that is interested in training and procurement, please get in touch with DSLBD. We have a number of different programs and certifications that help small businesses with contract and procurement here at the local level and also at the federal level. And so we really appreciate being able to partner and help people get connected to these opportunities as we build a more sustainable District of Columbia. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thanks again for having us. Take care.